What? Heat is a restless traveler. It always moves from hot to cold, a law of physics that explains why your morning coffee cools down and your ice cream melts. But how does it make the journey? It uses three distinct methods, depending on whether it's traveling through a solid, a liquid, or the empty void of space. First is conduction, the transfer of heat through direct contact. Picture heating one end of a metal rod. The atoms there vibrate wildly, bumping into their neighbors and passing the energy along in a chain reaction. This is why a metal spoon in hot soup becomes scalding to the touch. Metals are excellent conductors, while materials like wood or plastic are insulators. They block this transfer, which is exactly why we use wooden spoons. Next is convection, which happens only in fluids, liquids, and gases. When a fluid is heated, it expands, becomes less dense, and rises. As it moves away from the heat source, it cools, gets denser, and sinks back down. This creates a circular loop, a convection current. It's the reason the top floor of a house is always warmer in the summer. All the hot air naturally rises and collects at the highest point. Finally, there's radiation. This is heat carried by infrared waves. It doesn't need any atoms or molecules, which is why it's the only way heat can cross the vacuum of space to reach us from the sun. It's also how you feel the warmth of a campfire, even if you're not touching the flames and the hot air is blowing away from you. The fire radiates heat directly to your skin. Dark surfaces absorb this radiation, shiny surfaces reflect it. A thermos is a perfect example of blocking all three. It has double walls with a vacuum in between to stop conduction and convection. The inside is silvered like a mirror to reflect radiation right back into your drink. So from the cosmos to your coffee cup, understanding these three travelers is the key to controlling temperature itself.